Hey everyone, stop everything. Stop everything. You can celebrate because there's big news about Superman. Behind the scenes video of the movie just came out, and in this video we can see several tests and a lot of news. We can see the full look of Metamorpho. In this video, we're going to react to this mini teaser and try to find some secrets involving the plot of the story. But did they accidentally reveal too much? Well, we'll find all that out in the video, but before we start, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Also, follow us on our other social media, Instagram and Threads, where I'll keep you updated about this universe we all love. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. First off, I just want to say that this video is really good. I can feel the heart and passion of everyone working on this film. Some of these new scenes are truly impressive. The first scene we see is David Corenswet walking on set with his cape moving gently, and wow, this scene surprised me because this cape is so beautiful. And David in this scene conveys the majesty of Superman as if he really were larger than life. It's like one of those scenes that just screams Superman. Next, we have a silhouette scene of Superman walking with someone I believe to be Metamorpho, since we can see him later in the trailer. I'm sure that's Metamorpho. Speaking of Metamorpho, I think he looks amazing. I don't know much about him in comics, but I think this suit is really good and unique. Plus, it's very bright and vibrant. It's great to see they actually did all of Metamorpho's look with practical effects. It turned out really well. And look at that. This is the first live-action version of this character, and they've already managed to deliver the best version. So here, I think this is where Superman and Metamorpho get captured at Luthor Corp. In the trailer, we see Superman breaking glass, and I think this new scene is from that part, which leads me to assume that this close-up image of Metamorpho might also be from inside one of those glass containers. And I think this reinforces the theory that it's where Luthor keeps all the meta-humans he's captured. Next up in Spalbard, we had to have that iconic scene of Superman walking in the snow. This really reminded me of the close-ups we had of Henry Cavill's Superman in Man of Steel. And I must say, these boots look absolutely perfect in this scene. Superman's red boots are truly an iconic part of the character. Just a heads up, I'm going to use the word iconic a lot in this video because there will be many iconic scenes of Superman. We also have a scene of Superman's stunt double landing on a wall. I'm not sure where this could be in the film, but it's quite an interesting pose for Superman to be in. It personally reminded me more of Spider-Man climbing a wall. But I think this scene might be from that battle against the kaiju. Maybe Superman climbed on it to dodge attacks. Not sure what it could be, though. Then we see James Gunn with one of the Kryptonian robots, and honestly, I have to tell you, because it surprised me since I thought those robots were 100% CGI, but they're actually all done with practical effects. When you compare this robot with what we saw in that 5-minute sneak peek, you can clearly see from the quality that they're made with practical effects, and I loved that they did this. It really helps improve film quality. Nowadays, most films don't do stuff like that anymore, which is why I think the Superman movie will be very special, not just for DC, but for Hollywood as a whole. Furthermore, I think these robots will be used in scenes like when Superman finds one of them destroyed in the fortress, or for closer scenes. After that, we have this great scene with Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, and honestly, I think Nicholas Holt as Lex Luthor is going to crush it. His expression really conveys the imposing nature of Lex Luthor. I'm sure he will be one of the standout characters in this film. Next, we have a new promotional image of Hawkgirl in her corporate outfit, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's already been confirmed that they will use other costumes in the film, so I'm excited to see what they will look like. Moving on to another scene, we see the Daily Planet, and here we have a new look at Lois Lane, who looks great as always, and the Daily Planet itself is also amazing. In my opinion, the aesthetic they used for the Daily Planet is definitely unique and very beautiful. I think this will be the best Daily Planet ever made in live action. If you compare the aesthetic of the Daily Planet newsroom with modern newsroom today, you'll see there's a big difference. So the idea is really to have that more retro vibe at heart, while the equipment and chairs will be more modern. We also had a new look at Perry White and the Daily Planet team passing through the building. Their group dynamic will really be interesting to watch since they have such diverse personalities. I'm particularly interested in seeing how Perry White will treat Clark in this film. Then we had this curious scene with Hawkgirl and a gray-haired man passing by a window. I wonder if that's Maxwell Lord or Simon Stagg. Both are in the movie, so it could definitely be one of them. If it's Simon Stagg, maybe it's when Hawkgirl finds out that Stagg let Luthor take Metamorpho. who might have gained powers in an accident at Stag Industries, or maybe Stag discovered that Metamorpho was dating his daughter and thus allowed Luthor to take him away. Let me know what you think about this theory in the comments below. Next, we see David Corenswet and Nicholas Hoult as Superman and Lex Luthor talking about Superman wearing his underwear outside his suit. And David Corenswet says it's very liberating. It's clear that David Corenswet is a very funny guy, and I think we'll see that through his version of Clark Kent and Superman. Speaking of Superman's suit in this scene, it really looks beautiful. My God, it's just too gorgeous. I know many people don't like this suit, but it's undeniable that it looks stunning, and here you can see that the suit is cleaner compared to other scenes we've seen him in. So my theory about this scene is that it might be from some scene at the end of the movie or maybe from the beginning. Afterward, we have this scene with Lex Luthor, his soldiers, and a mysterious alien. It could be one of Luthor's experiments, but it doesn't make much sense since they seem to be talking, and this dark place they're in doesn't look like Luthor Corp. But please leave your theories in the comments about this creature next to Lex Luthor, because I have no idea who it could be. Next, we see James Gunn posing for a photo with the engineer, the man in black, and Luthor's private soldiers wearing green and purple armor. Perhaps they were filming that beach scene where Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane confront them, which leads me to assume that the engineer and the man in black also appeared in that location. And after that, we have another scene of James Gunn inside what I believe to be Mr. Terrific's ship. And I'm really interested to see what technology he has because I have no idea what Mr. Terrific can do. So I'm excited to see his powers and technology in action. We also get a bit more of the conversation between Lois and Superman, and Lois seems really worried, while Superman almost looks exhausted, as if something truly disturbing has happened or if he barely recognizes her. So I wonder why this is happening. Leave your theories in the comments below. Shortly after that, we have another great image of David as Superman, but the next scene shows him walking quickly through what I can only assume is Luthor Corp. And he looks angry. Clearly, Luthor did something that really upset Superman. James Gunn revealed that there's a scene where Superman throws a table, and this could be from that scene. What on earth could Luthor have done to make Superman so angry? Then we have some more behind-the-scenes images, and if we zoom in on the monitor, we can see how the angles of the scenes will look in the film. I really like focusing on the monitors here because it gives an inside view of how it will be on the big screen while still keeping some mystery. Now let's move on to another extremely iconic scene of Superman holding something very heavy. This was filmed in Cleveland, Ohio. There are even behind-the-scenes photos from this scene that had leaked. But it's really cool to see how it looks through the professional camera. And in a David looks great as Superman once again. We get another glimpse of what it looks like from the camera in this scene where Superman is blocking something powerful, like a blast of fire. This is probably that scene where he confronts the giant kaiju we saw in the trailer. I have no idea what this next thing is, but my initial feeling was that it might be the man in black before he puts on his suit, or maybe it's Lex Luthor himself in his armor, as it has already been confirmed that Lex will wear his classic armor. So maybe it's him, but I'm not entirely sure who it could be. If you know what it is, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, in this other scene, I think it's from that moment where we see Superman saving a little girl from the kaiju, and we can see her hugging her father in the background while Superman is looking up to confront the creature. And then we come to my favorite scene of the entire video. For me, this is the best image we've had of Superman portrayed by David Corenswet. I think this scene specifically undeniably screams Superman's name. It's exactly how he should look. Truly, through David Corenswet's expression in this scene, he conveys a vibe of hope and goodness. So I can't wait to see how this will look in the final film. I believe David Corenswet as Superman will truly surprise us. After that, we have more pedestrians looking up with this wide-angle lens, which gives the film such a unique visual feel and scale, although it took me some time to get used to it. Next, we have some more behind-the-scenes images of Superman facing off against the kaiju's fire, but then we return to Lois Lane. This is again on set in Cleveland, right outside the Daily Planet, and I think this could be a moment between Superman and Lois. I believe she is looking at him after being saved, and this might be the true romantic moment between them that leads to them floating in the air together, as we saw in the first trailer. We also have a scene with Lex Luthor in the Fortress of Solitude, and we can see crystals that are very similar to the Superman movies with Christopher Reeve. And unfortunately, I think this is where they completely destroy the place, leaving Superman lamenting for his robotic companions. And one thing, it's truly impressive how all Lex Luthors love to invade the Fortress of Solitude. After this, we have another scene of Superman outside looking up. And if we zoom in, we can see the wide-angle lens in use again. It really seems like the scene with the kaiju fighting Superman will be one of the big fight scenes in the film. And to finish the video, we have the iconic golden S of the cape joining the promotional logo of the movie. Well, folks, that was our behind-the-scenes analysis of Superman, and I'm really so happy to see these scenes, especially since we can see more details about many things from Hawkgirl's look from Metamorpho. And we can see details of Daily Planet that we hadn't seen in the original teaser. And so, guys, did you see any green screen there? At least I didn't. Maybe one or two appear, but it's impressive how much was shot in sets they built or real locations, and this is something James Gunn values highly, right? We also see this behind the scenes in Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's amazing how much he actually built. He created sets and did outdoor shoots. This is something he values greatly and resonates in his films. You can tell that his film has a bit more quality because it doesn't rely so much on special effects, and how good that they released something on Superman's Day. It's not another trailer, but still, I think it's very fair, especially for someone like me, because I like to see these behind-the-scenes things. You know, it's important to understand how they are making the film, what is real, what isn't real. For example, the robots, it's cool to see that they actually built a robot and that it's not CGI. You know, it's these kinds of things that make the movie even more special. So this way, James Gunn used to make this film. I think Hollywood should learn, because for this reason, many films nowadays are losing visual quality due to these little details. So I think using practical effects in films makes things much more natural and much more special for film production. So folks, that's all. Don't forget to comment below, hit the like button, comment below, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.